What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Nerdist and Holy Try Football Podcast, Week 10 preview. Week 10. It's almost Halloween. It's Halloween week.
Blink of an eye.
Happy Halloween. That's me, OI. Here coming to you from the state capital of Red State, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. To my west, D-Berg, what's up?
You gotta love the breadstick on the Week 9 show. I've declared, though, I'm an FCS specialist now. So come to me with all your FCS games of the week predictions.
1-0.
1-0.
Undefeated.
That was, when do you think the last time we picked an FCS game was?
Probably.
I think AY sneaks one up maybe once a year on average.
Sounds
well,
about
we
right,
definitely picked the championship game, don't we? Usually?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just throw it on there.
You're saying regular season?
Regular, like I feel like we've done some JMU post transition to.
Or pre-transition or post-transition?
Pre-transition.
Pre-trans.
Pre-op.
Pre-trans.
Yeah.
Pre-operation. Pre-hormonal therapy.
Yep.
Yeah. Dan looking for a bounce back this week in Week 10. Can, to my east, what's up?
Ooh, it's pretty chilly out there. Good call on Belichick sniffing that out last weekend. Why that was a good one. Hold your nose.
He could be on a 2-game winning streak.
They should have won that game. Of course, I looked again. Virginia's post-game win expectancy, like 42%. Just the sorcery is incredible.
Amazing.
They fumbled it through the end zone, threw a pick. Carolina fumbled in the end zone for a touchback, threw a pick on the UVA 4, and then had a 2-point conversion to win it. Oh, well.
Signs of improvement.
Since we're there, you guys went with Iowa State, what we talked about pre-pod.
Yeah, I mean, not hard done, but
just 14-point leads blown left and right last week.
Yep.
And Can's Pony Express was bogged down.
Woke Forest, sneaky great story, I would say.
Yeah, Dicker's been doing it out there.
Yeah.
We'll be picking Dickert's X team tonight. One of my games of the year, the first of 2 meetings. We'll get to that later.
I didn't even realize that snuck on there. I didn't put that one on my sheet. Hold on.
I added it late. We'll do a quick sneak over to last week. The American Bowl. South Florida, again, coughed up.
People in lead. Mike Brown.
Was he pissed?
He's more pissed at other people calling for Golish to get fired or hoping that he gets plucked away. They're tired of Golish.
Okay.
I put it squarely on him. He tempted the gods. He did what I did. He said if they get past Memphis, he's threatening for a trip to Annapolis in the Navy game in the middle of November. You can't do that. You can't do that.
He mentioned going to this Memphis game, and then Memphis got beat.
Yeah. And then he said, "No, I don't need to go." I think he was saying he was going to go to that one if Memphis it was ranked versus ranked, and did not end up being that. I'll tell you,
we're going to have a rematch then
for 45 minutes of the game, and then what's that?
I said, do we think we'll have a rematch between those two?
I don't know how the math breaks out. Navy's sitting pretty fat and sassy, aren't they?
Yeah, they're dog to the. We'll see if they're the mean green or the mildly upset green.
Mildly upset.
And then Tulane's got Memphis, so they kind of think they control their own.
But will Summerall be having conversations during the week? That's the question.
Could we have another dumb instance where the Army-Navy game actually comes into play?
Oh.
Or what it almost came into play, right? And then Navy stumbled down the stretch.
Right.
Yeah.
The scheduling of it that is.
Correct. USF really blowing that one. Now Memphis was dead in the water, but They kept hacking away. It's similar to that Arkansas game. They looked like they were dead in the water in that one. Comeback Kings here, but just couldn't get it over the hump for against UAB. Oklahoma, Ole Miss. Are you buying in on either of these teams? I've been out on Oklahoma all year. I think they're not all that good.
I think they've confirmed that now.
Right. But are you guys in or out on Lane? Or they still haven't – I mean, none of their wins have looked particularly pretty, right?
Right.
Right.
Best way to put it. But they're probably gonna get to 11-1.
I mean, they're going to get there, right? Even if they could even drop one and still be –
Who knows? Well, yeah, they'll get into the playoffs, yeah, for sure. Well, nearly for sure at this point.
Right.
But sell ass, who knows? We'll see if they've got left in the tank.
Oh, yeah.
They did not make the cut.
With the cell fully active, we'll see where Lane's head is at with this team, or where this team's head is at with Lane. Hey, what were you going to add something here for this game?
No, it just felt weird. I felt like
Right.
both teams were in control at different times, multiple times, but no one sustained it. But
Yep.
in the end, Ole Miss sustained it a little longer. They had a little bit bigger spurt ability.
Yep. And Lane was out there. He did a couple of dumb things with the quarterbacks, and then he went for it on that fourth down. That's his aggression there, right? And that's how he coaches. He's got to keep doing it, I guess. But yeah, Oklahoma, I think they're kind of dead in the water here, or for what they thought it could have been after their hot start, right? Or the start that they would call hot. I mean, that Michigan win. I mean, they give it to them, and then what are they even going off of at the beginning of the year? The Michigan win and the Oklahoma and the Auburn win?
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because like they're going to end up 8-4, and if you came in the season, was that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe at best.
At best 8-4. Okay, so but like you come into the season, you give that to half Oklahoma fans are going to be happy about that, right? And now after their start, and then now everybody's just going to be pissed. Everybody's talking about him back on the hot seat again, which is funny. And he's dealing with the hurt quarterback. The quarterback's playing hurt, surgery on his bone hand. Like, what? He's going to go 8-4? I don't know if I buy that, but I also don't think this is all that good of a team. Sorry. I think they're pretty much middle of the pack.
I was definitely higher on them this time last week. But the way that their defense
when they roll up, Lane rolled up like 290 in the first half, like 300 yards in the first half.
Yeah, I thought their D was really good. And it just didn't look how I thought. And now with the offense,
broken hand material.
Yeah.
Mid-tier. Sorry, mid-tier.
With mid-tier, yeah. It's like having last year's Stinkton out there.
Oh. The Bo Prabula game. Do you guys have more on this Oklahoma game? I'll tell you, these triple headers that ABC has for the SEC, they've been pretty damn good. Like the way they stack them.
I agree.
There's intrigue every week. Whereas you don't have that with the Big Ten. Big Ten's matchups are all ass.
I'm glad you said it because I have a hard time every week just not putting every SEC game on there.
I know. I've had 3 last couple of weekends. I feel like I've had 3 in my quad blocks in the 3:30 slot. Like it happens a lot. But another one in that it was not in that window, but the game after the one we were just talking about, Mizzou, Vanderbilt, Bo Prabula, I guess prognostication looking a little bit better than what it had looked like and what people have been fearing. Seems like there's nothing broken, nothing really significantly torn. I think sounds like a high ankle sprain. There's optimism that he could be back for the latter end of the season. We'll see where they're at by then. But for now, they're rolling with Zollers, the 5-star quarterback from Springford, Pennsylvania.
Shout out.
It's Dave's neck of the woods out there in Delco. But he looked pretty good. Did you guys catch this game?
I saw the highlights mainly of this one. I believe it was.
Yeah, I watched the game recap. It was a bye week, so I was doing yard work. I had the quad box going, but I was in and out all the time.
Yeah. No, he was pretty good. Vanderbilt, I mean, they scratched out a win, but you think about with Bo out, it was a stop on 4th down. I think that knocked him out down there at the goal line. Give them credit for that. They had that long run as well, but I don't think they looked particularly good against a Mizzou team that some are starting to question their credentials on. I mean, they got a win over a mediocre Kansas team. Who else have they really beaten outside of that, right?
Yeah, Kansas went down the chutes again.
Yeah, well, they faced the hottest team in the Big 12 this past week. So, yeah, I'm interested to see where Vandy goes here this week against a banged-up Arch. What if Vandy can take a loss here, and and then they would play basically Tennessee for a spot in the playoffs, right? Is game day going to go to like 3 Vanderbilt games this year? That's the question.
Can they get in at 9-3? Do you think, barring?
I mean, if the losses are like by a possession.
Yeah,
I guess the Alabama one's not by a possession, but it was basically by.
It was, yeah. Like, I think if they beat, so if they lose this weekend but beat Auburn, Kentucky, and then lose to Tennessee, are they in? I wonder. I haven't. Obviously, there's still.
I don't know. Who would their
There's
best
gonna be a
win?
month left.
Mizzou would be their best win.
Well, it depends on how you view it, right? Because they smoked the Scar team when they were 11. They beat LSU.
Mizzou might end up being their best win.
Yeah.
I do think that the way that the SEC is trending, they're going to put 5 teams in from there.
Be interesting to watch. And obviously, you have to view it within the event through the lens of, are they going to put a 9-3 Vandy team in?
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true. They have not looked they did not look too good in that game against Missouri, but we'll see. For those, in the Eli Drinkwitz sweepstakes, maybe a good thing. We'll see. Florida, I think, ears perked up a little bit with them and Eli because of someone else entering the fray this past weekend, which we'll get to here in a second, I'm sure. BYU, Iowa State. Dan, you want to take this one, or you want to leave this to the dogs?
Leave it to the dogs.
To the dogs. This was Iowa State. What jumped out 24-10, I think.
24-10.
Yeah.
And then the bear was unleashed.
I don't know what to make of this team now. 2 years now that Kalani's been doing. I guess a year and a half, right? That Kalani's been just on the right side of 85-90% of 50-50 balls. He's luck boxed.
Sounds right.
He's luck boxed as well. I feel like every time I'm looking up, there's some tipped ball or pick six that is just like, ugh. But he's putting his team in position to make those plays, and they're making it, right? They're in the top 10 now, I think. I believe they should be.
Yeah,
They ought to be.
Yeah.
Speaking of luck box teams, we could go to. I mean, it's not on the itinerary here, but we talked about AY block of the week and Virginia. I don't know what's going on at over there with their luck box, but winning on a safety the week before, and now against Belichick, pretty incredible stuff from Elliott. I mean, don't the power ratings have them like outside the top 30 or 40 or something like that? And yes, they are approaching the top 10 here in the AP poll, right?
They're 37th in Sagarin.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so outside the top 30, almost outside the top 40. They're gross. Disgusting.
Let's see, what's BYU and Sag?
I feel like we got to fade them going down the stretch. They got to.
BYU's 24th in Sagarin.
That checks out.
A little more respect earned. Baylor, Cincy, we talked about that. Cincy, Sorsby's for real. Satterfield might get the Penn State job. Who knows?
New name in the race. Him and Tony Fritz.
New name atop the list.
Certainly putting his hat in the ring.
Yep. Tejas, Texas, Mississippi State. We talked about this. 14 points, at least 14. Were they up 17?
There was just 7 straight text messages in our group that said Sark, some derivative of Sark.
Some derivative of Sark, both good and bad. Sarks. All.
I couldn't believe it. I was at the zoo at that point with the Boo Zoo with my nephew. Shout out to Luca. And I looked at my phone and they came back and won. I'm like, what is going on?
So they win in overtime.
I saw what happened obviously later, but
they win in overtime now against Kentucky and against Mississippi State. They are the 2 worst teams in the league. And they continue to be. I think they moved up. I think they're number 20 right now.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's while you're just saying with Arch being in concussion protocol, maybe he'll come back better.
Yeah, exactly. The quarterback came in and led that touchdown and game-winning drive in overtime.
IMC threw for 346. Was it?
Oh yeah, he did. It wasn't like he had a bad game before that.
Yeah.
It's actually the defense that was getting punked this time around. I'm like,
Chapstick. Look at him. Look at him go. 381 for 4 TDs, no picks. Can't put it on him.
Can't put it on him. Oh, well, you can put it on his coach. You see, you didn't see. You were at the zoo.
I saw the highlights. Yeah.
Hey, what did you see? What he was doing? He was running. They were up like 17. They were still running tempo. Snapped the ball with 20 seconds to go in the clock. What's he doing?
Dan, one episode.
What?
Yeah, 17. They were up 17 with 12:29 left.
And he's running tempo, snapping the ball with 20 seconds. And lo and behold, what happens? They punt it back and they return it for a touchdown. They could have run that extra 3 minutes off the clock. It would have been over. What else we have here? I don't know.
We can pour one out for my hope of TCU Arizona State rematch. I think in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah. Arizona State taking.
Well, I already mentioned the Cougs.
The Cougs and Fritz. Shout out. That was also in the group message. Penn State should be hiring Fritz.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think they're anything to write home about, but was it 6-1 or 7-1 now?
So on one hand, you could get Bo and Drinkwitz. On the other hand, you could do Fritz and Wegman.
Fritz has like the 5-star number 1 recruit in the country committed to Houston next year. But he's from Houston, quarterback.
Maybe we'll bring him north.
Bring him north. Yeah, I don't think Fritz is the one getting them to Houston. It's probably Sampson that's getting them there.
Could be, yeah.
It's the trade for the Pennsylvania basketball kid, Sampson. We get that quarterback since they got what's that guy's name? He went down there a couple of years ago from Reading, I think. He was a one and done in his first rounder. 25 for Sampson. It's like 2 years ago. He was a phenom. He's really good.
Not Shed.
Not one of the senior guards. He was just a forward. He was a huge guy forward he played there a year. I think it was a 2023 team probably.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, you want to talk about BK, your coach?
I mean, they had him in the first half.
They had him in the first half.
They definitely did, and then just everything fell out.
Jarris Walker.
I don't remember him.
You don't remember him.
think he was a Pacer or is a Pacer.
He is a Pacer, yes. Susquehannock High School, Glen Rock, Pennsylvania. Then IMG.
Yeah. I mean, A&M just came out second half and just blitzed LSU, and now Coach Kelly is from the Notre Dame people are saying he's just done.
Yeah, he's 65. Maybe he'll get back into politics. Maybe it's time down at LSU.
Which state?
Michigan. Back to Michigan.
Back
Or
to
Boston.
Michigan.
Maybe New England, where he's from.
One of my favorite things this season right now is all the videos of Brian Kelly when he goes to X school.
That's so good. So
all these accents from all over the country. These
I
videos
shared
are
with you
so
guys
fun.
the UCLA one was great with the surfer guy.
It's so good.
Yep.
Everywhere.
Man, it's hilarious because he's got a mitigation clause as well, the offset clause, but I don't think there's the duty to look for a job like James Franklin's has. So I think duty. I mean,
So you're not expecting an interview Saturday?
No, I'm not expecting that one. But it sounds like he was checked out. He was on the beach during pivotal recruiting times of the year, and I mean, high school recruiting wasn't necessarily the issue this past time around. It was, I think, the transfer portal that did him in last year, right? And this year they were a little slow on it, but
that was the narrative. Wasn't that the narrative that he was putting way more emphasis on incoming recruits than the transfer portal?
Yeah, and then he lost Underwood, and then I mean it's funny because it's like you had those amazing offenses, and then now you can't do anything on offense. I think if he was even a modicum of niceness and people liked him, he'd be there still. But he's just a grade A asshole.
Yeah. And not kick too much dirt on his grade, but you look back now, these 3+ seasons at LSU were the most level playing field he's ever played on, right? Because Notre Dame
is not in the conference.
3 or 4 game schedule a year. Cincinnati, you could make the case that they were probably on a bit of a curve, especially near he was only there for 4 seasons. But
they got Pitt every year,
though. Did they? No, Pitt beat him in 07.
That ding dong thing.
Oh, they beat him the first year he was there, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard to it's so hard with these guys because if you have better players than 75-80% of your schedule, it's like, okay, it's back to the same conversation we had. Now he's, wasn't complete disaster at LSU, right? Is just not up to their standard. So it's tough legacy to evaluate.
Yeah.
Certainly a good coach, I would say.
Certainly.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty sad if Penn State ended up with him. But maybe it's just a bad fit down there in Baton Rouge.
That's what I say the other 2 weeks ago. Probably, I wouldn't bet against them winning 10 games the first season if we went there.
I couldn't think of any other coaching hire ever that would make me happier than Brian Kelly to Penn State.
What about Pat Narduzzi?
That would be funny, but I think Kelly would be funnier.
Oh, man. Don't do it. All right. Before we turn the page, any credit to your brother, Dan?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there was a triple Lindy in the YouTube comments, all walking the plank. I forget who he had. Credit to him for going with Did he have Mizzou? I think he might have.
Wow, you're giving him good credit. Good credit there.
Purdue. Tough one. Shiano walked that off.
Shiano walked it off. Jay Patel.
And then, yep. So that was that one. Not much better luck in the other submissions this week.
True.
Dan, you had a game, the only Holy Try game last week.
Oh yeah. Lots of points in that one. Yeah, I mean that the highlight of the game is not a Pitt highlight. It has since been perfectly distilled on the internet. The feedback of the infamous, which I will not repeat every word of it. Greg Jennings Maddington.
You're saying we're trying to monetize here.
Yeah. Well, some of the language is a bit choice for someone that looks like me. In the Greg Jennings broke his leg clip going up against Darren Sharper. The tight end for NC State essentially replicated. I immediately texted you guys when it happened, and then probably within 16 hours, the internet had it dubbed perfectly. So, but yeah, good bounce back game for the offense. They just kept scoring. Like they just obviously had 53 points, and one more to go. And I've since they beat Florida State, decreed if they win these next three, they will be in the mini tournament. Probably need a smidgen of help.
The great game.
I will save what I want to say about the impending Holy Try matchup until after the result of this weekend's game, and I'll leave it at that.
You will. You won't pull a Mike Brown here.
No, definitely not. I can't even believe I said what I've said to this point during this 3-game stretch.
It's true. All right.
Impending matchup looming large with Pitt.
Loomage
is a certified wagon.
How about the way the schedule is puffing up for Notre Dame the same way they needed it to last year after losing to Northern Illinois. It's like Pitt's got some wins now. Navy's undefeated.
pushing the pillars, Dave. Or Dave. AY's doing it.
Yep. Let's get a nice inflation to it, the SOS numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Long way to go. I think I said back in week 3 preview. We wouldn't
just get a win.
we wouldn't even entertain CFP thoughts till Halloween.
There we go.
We are the week of, but let's get through Halloween and then.
AY employing the 1-0 mentality now that it is vacated. It has been vacated. He is now cleared for use.
Well, do we really have an all-in?
I mean, yeah, I've had the 1-0 mentality for basically 2 years straight now. After these losses in early September are just so freaking annoying. And
it's funny because people are like, this is the way Notre Dame drew it up. They can take their L's early on in the season, and then they have recency bias down the stretch, getting all these wins, piling up their wins against shitty teams down the stretch, and they. But Notre Dame doesn't want it that way. Isn't that the reason USC and Notre Dame aren't playing anymore, or not the reason, but a factor in it, because USC wants to play it in September.
USC wants it in September, yes, because they don't want it in the middle of the conference season. They don't want the extra every other year travel.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And so Notre Dame has to play Texas A&M in Miami in the beginning of the year because that's when they can get them on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess less so Miami because they're in the ACC. They're in the same conference with them. The non-conference conference game for Miami there with Notre Dame.
Yes.
All right. Any news and notes, AY, that you had highlighted as we look ahead to?
No, seeing as it's a Monday pod, No, I think we've just been so wrapped up in
Yeah.
this carousel reaching Mach 3.
Optimal velocity. Optimal velocity.
We just had a time on Halloween yet, and this carousel is freaking rolling.
Oh yeah. Thank everybody who is on and listening for joining here. We are on a little bit of scheduling hiccup for the week, so we are on an abnormal day. We're not usually on Mondays. All right, let's go on ahead then. A choice matchup here. Navy's still not ranked yet in the American, even though they're undefeated. Going against the maybe somewhat triggered, somewhat angry, Green. Marginally upset Green.
Mildly, yeah.
Mildly upset Green.
Choose your lessened version of mean, potentially.
Aggrieved. Somewhat aggrieved mean.
Aggrieved, yeah.
Green.
Let me switch the page here. Yeah, I mean, North Texas last week, Mestemaker threw for what, 600 plus?
First time somebody
yeah.
for 600 since Gabriel did it in UCF, as well as Costello did it at Mississippi State back in 2020, I think.
Nobody wants to go first.
I will take
this whole day.
I'll take Navy here. I'll take Navy here and the points. Unt playing against a halfway decent team. Last time we saw that, no good. Though they've got that strong strength of schedule here going up with Washington State, the second hottest team out there next to Kansas State right now.
True. Yeah, I'll go middies as well. Just don't turn the ball over. I think they'll be all right. They'll stay keep this within 6.5.
Yep.
Can't imagine it'll be a great time for the North Texas guys.
Frontage.
I'm taking the points too. I think it's a little bit of a sell high here in North Texas. I know they've been through it this last month, up and down with perception wise, and I think we're approaching the Navy's second half swoon, but they keep it close. Moving on to a top 20 matchup. Number 9, Vanderbilt traveling to Austin. A dinged up Arch. Horns down to 1.5, which makes me believe Arch is out this weekend.
I actually had heard the opposite, but I think the line was at like 2.5 when I saw that. So maybe it has gone the other direction. But irregardless, I do think that quarterback that has come in is not bad. So it's must have it for Sark and team. I'm going to take him here at home and to cover.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is a Texas spot. It would be much better if they lost last week. I think. Well, maybe they'd be out of it. I mean, we got these Sark rumors coming up last Saturday morning, Saturday morning.
You definitely have the angle here if they had lost, the unranked versus the ranked.
True.
Yeah, true. No, I think, Vandy, 2 straight wins over big teams at home, taking a show on the road. I think the Texas D will certainly bounce back. And I just think they're just too big in the trenches, even though their O-line kind of stinks. Vandy away from home. I don't want to say a clunker, but they don't play their best. They're not going to play their best this weekend.
I agree.
Well, I had this one going either way. And for the sake of catching up, after my aforementioned breadstick, I will go Vandy in this game because I don't know. Nothing will surprise me by this outcome.
I agree. I think AY is just trying to sit on his lead here.
No, you guys know where I'm going here.
Oh.
Cocktail party, Georgia, Florida.
Has the team quit? They still have some.
I think AY's going to say no. I will say yes. Give me the dogs.
I'm unsure, but I guess with my pick, I'm going to say no. Let's see what you got, Stinson.
I like the talent. They've got talent on the team. Lagway, Wilson's back or getting up to speed here after he just started a couple weeks ago for the year. I think coming out of bye, they'll come out and try to get it done for their fallen coach, but they'll come a little bit short. I'll go with a touchdown victory for Georgia.
Okay, 2 Gators. Texas Tech, K-State. K-State also catching 7.5, but they're at home in the Little Apple.
I think Texas Tech, they play BYU next week.
Yes.
They may be looking ahead a little bit. Looking ahead and overlooking the hottest team in America, my Cats. Rough start to the year for Avery and his boys, but they're rounding the form here. I'm going to take them to almost get it done on the field. I'll go 35-34 victory for Texas Tech.
I got the Raiders.
Raiders.
They're still pissed about the tortilla ban.
Do we the Baron is coming back right this time around this week?
Yes.
It looked like I think he had been out of uniform, but then after the backup got hurt, he came in the second half back in uniform, dressed but did not play. Right? I think that's how it happened. So if he was good enough to dress last week in the second half, I think he's good enough to go this week, I believe. But is he 100%? There's a question.
Well, he's not going to be 100%.
How long will he be 100% if he is?
Yeah, that too.
That's what I was going to say. It's not going to be when he gets hit by K-State's linebacker, Romaine. So
Romaine Lettuce.
Cats, keep it close here. Maybe one on the field. Definitely taking the points. Just a lost season from Dylan Edwards, too.
Yeah. Or is he out now?
I don't know if he's playing. Jackson's going to be back there. They're going to need a big game from Avery. We'll see if he can scramble around, make some plays.
Very big play.
They keep it close.
All right.
This is the easiest one. Virginia.
Who is betting money on the Zimas? Honestly.
They're ranked 15.
I was prepared for Kansas. I got him. I got 2.5 earlier.
I don't have them 2.5, but Cal cannot defend against any type of read option running quarterback. Not that Chandler Morris is really that type of quarterback, but I don't know. I think Cal is basically Sagapodoteli, and that's it. I thought they were going to pull it out there, and it was poor performance in Blacksburg this past weekend. I was disappointed in them. But the cross-country flight, and as we mentioned before, Virginia, Paper Tigers, I will take the points here.
Yeah, 100%. I'm taking Cal 100 times out of 100 here.
Woke agenda.
Lokage.
Georgia Tech, NC State, more ACC here. The Wolfpack and Durham catching 6.5 at home.
Dan, what's your impressions of the pack here?
Yeah, they can score a little bit, but as much as I said everything I said about the Zimas, I think Georgia Tech is rolling downhill enough to just squash this team, much like Pitt did. And again, the tight end, shout out to his family.
Shout out.
Shout out to his family. I've seen NC State for a game and a half, and it's been very uninspiring. That being said, I still think they're better than what I've seen. They have to be, or else they'd be winless. NC State covers. This line's short. They might just win this outright.
Wow. I'm going Georgia Tech here. I think I faded them the last couple of times. I definitely did this past week, and they look halfway decent. We're getting here. We're laying less than a touchdown here. I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I think AY will be right for 48 minutes at least in this game. Feels like one of those.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, 10-point victory for GT with the late touchdown at the end.
Yep.
Oklahoma, Tennessee. Vols laying 2.5 at home. We got mid-tier versus Aguilar.
Aguilar was throwing those moonshots. They were getting home against Kentucky last week. I'll take them at home here. I think Oklahoma may go down a little bit. I think Heupel will be able to see what Lane did a little bit. And, he's a great offensive mind. I think he'll be able to take advantage of a little bit of what was going on there. And obviously he's got a chip on his shoulder playing against his old team. I like them to win here by more than the 2.5 for sure. I'll go touchdown win for them.
Yeah, are we sure this is the correct line?
Let's double check.
I'm not seeing anything different. I really want to pick the Vols by a field goal in this game, but that would result in a cover. And I just if it's 2.5, it's 2.5.
The man's going Vols.
No.
It's
Game-winning field goal from down
it's
1.
2.5, yeah.
All right, Hedge P. Call me whatever you want.
Wow.
Vols by 2.
Oklahoma, I wrote.
Yeah, I'm going whatever Ken said a minute ago. I like all that reasoning.
Yeah, I like that. I'm running out of stuff to get right, so I'm hoping this is that the Vols getting the playoffs can salvage some of my preseason predictions. Too, and I think they played well enough.
Can USC finally look good on the road here in a different time zone?
When you go 1-9 with your only win being an FCS game, this is you put your underwear outside your pants, and that is what I'm doing. I am locking up USC.
Wow.
They do it. They win by 10.
That's incredible reasoning.
Yep. Thank you.
As the fire hydrant, Alejandro Kirk 3-run dong.
Oh.
After Otani went dong earlier.
Dongage.
3-2. BJs.
All right, here we go.
That was quite the analogy to set up an image of Quail Man in my head.
If that happens, I will wear a belt around my head, my forehead. That is, not around my neck. Like Quail Man.
Do you guys recall this game back in 2007 when these two teams played?
With Sam Keller.
I just remember.
Taylor.
I remember the running backs. They had Chauncey Washington, I believe, and McKnight. Some really good talent. Cedric Ellis, I think, was their defensive tackle. Great stuff from them. High powered. I think they won a couple of touchdowns out there.
07 was kind of a lost year. Notre Dame started out 0-8 that year.
I know the feeling.
Do you 0-8?
Not 0-8, but I know the feeling of losing 4 in a row at least against Power 5.
First win was in the Rose Bowl over UCLA.
Wow. Penn State couldn't even get that for first Big Ten win.
Sam Keller was the quarterback for Nebraska.
Dan, you're all
Wow, CJ Gable, Stephon Johnson, Stanley Havili, Chauncey Washington, Joe McKnight. Joe McKnight.
A young Halou Jr. Probably
Stan Havili.
Stanley.
Yeah.
Havili.
Fullback.
Alan Bradford. Whoa. 6 carries, 4 yards, 1 touchdown. Great.
Also a young Prince Amukamara.
Marlon Lucky was out there.
Yeah.
Terrence Nutt. Look at these are great names.
And what did Nebraska end up going in 07? 5-7. 5-7.
I was gonna say 9-3.
Ushering in the faux Pelini era.
Wow.
Bill Callahan's last
stand.
The OC gets better. Sean Watson, former Pitt offensive coordinator.
Wow.
That is ACC title game participant offensive coordinator, Sean Watson. All 8 passing yards.
So Bo Pelini won the national title and went to Nebraska after. Impressive. Where is he now? His last position was that 2020 LSU defensive coordinator position. All right. I'm going USC here. AY, are you going? Yeah, I'm going USC to finally get it done on the road. Impressively, in fact. And AY, are you taking them for SOS?
Well, I guess it's a two-pronged thought here. If I do take SC to cover, SC on the road is a different team. And then say they still win but don't cover, they don't win close games. So they're either going to win this game by 12 or they're going to lose it. I'm just going to go in the middle and say they don't cover, but they turn that breadstick into 2 breadsticks and find a way to win a close game.
Wow.
Even though Nebraska has no business slowing down this offense.
They don't. Nebraska, gross. Maybe worse than Virginia.
Or scoring with them. Although Emmett Johnson can run it, and SC's rush D, it was good against Michigan, but just putrid against Notre Dame. So just give me HP. I'll take the points.
All right.
Okay, one of my games of the year.
Pac-12 game of the year.
First of 2, the home and home. This one's in Corvallis. The chainsaws will be buzzing. The Bees are catching 3.5 against the Cougs.
So is there any rule against a team playing 30 times in a regular season or 4?
I don't know.
I mean, I predicted Penn State and Ohio State were going to play 3 times this year.
Right, but not in the regular season.
Yeah.
Not on the schedule to begin the year.
That's a good trivia question. Most regular season.
I bet you Princeton played Rutgers 17 times.
Exactly, yeah.
In that first season of college football. I mean, what are we doing here? We got to go with the hottest team or second hottest team out there next to Kansas State. I'm going Wazoo here. Mean Green, strength of schedule.
Give me the chainsaws.
Ah!
Yep, they do it.
Bevs. All right. Big 12 game of the year here. Material. And Big 12 has every team from like 18 to 25, I feel like.
Game day.
We got Utes minus 9.5 here.
Why did I write Houston down? Who's Houston get this week? Houston gets West Virginia. Yeah.
Hold it. Wait a minute here. This is why AI is dumb here.
AI.
I have to check something. There's no way this is correct.
Well,
I agree. Remember when I said
No,
was
I'm
going
talking
over, I
about
was like, how'd this jump up so much? Are we getting research on it?
I'm looking at it. I have 9.5.
Oh no. I'm talking about the AI stat I just received.
Oh, what'd you receive?
This is why.
Why are you receiving AI stats?
Hold on,
You're getting pushed AI stats?
because no, I googled something and this is why I'm gonna make it. Can we go off on a huge tangent here?
Yeah.
Cut with the AI bullshit. Let me just make
You
a
can turn
broad
it off.
statement.
You know you can turn it off on Google.
Some
can turn it
notable
off.
examples of teams playing 4 times in one season include Duke versus North Carolina in 1978-79 and Kansas versus Kansas State 1987-1988. Guess how many times Kansas and Kansas State played in 1987-88? Once.
Are they talking basketball?
Most times, here's what I googled. Most times, 2 college football teams played in the same regular season. Unbelievable.
You can turn
Not
off
even close.
the AI. You know you can turn off
Once
the
they
AI.
played.
Huh?
Let me double check this Duke one here. There's no way this is correct. Once. I mean, this is unbelievable. What? All right, continue. So we're trying to figure out why Utah is favored by 9.5.
Yeah, that. I feel like that's too much. I'm taking the points here. I'm a Sorsby believer.
Yeah, it's too much love. Yeah, it's too much love. But I mean, that's a rat line, obviously. So I'm taking it. I'm taking Cincinnati.
Dan,
I
you're
can't
exactly
believe
right.
it. This is going to
This
ruin
is-
at least the next 4 hours.
This is a route line. It stinks. So give me the Utes.
Utes.
Yeah,
Makes no sense.
Makes 0 sense. How do they know? You think I
Okay.
want to dive deeply into this?
All 3 of us are back in action. Here we go.
Big nude. Penn State. I had a conversation with a couple of friends of the pod earlier Actually, one of them is definitely not a friend of the pod, Joseph.
he is.
He is people feeling like that this is a 0% chance of victory. And Joe feeling
Well,
like
Ohio State would never lose at 20-plus point favorites. So.
all right. Hasn't happened in the last year or so. Or at least it definitely hasn't happened in the last 10 months. Maybe within the last 11, though. At home, no less. For one, because that happened to them in Michigan last year, I don't think there's any chance of it happening this year again. For 2, Penn State obviously does not have their coach, does not have their starting quarterback, does not have many things. Not only that, what they do have is Ohio State's defensive coordinator from last year, and so they will be looking to make a statement. They will be looking to embarrass the guy that, for whatever reasons that he had, left them a championship-winning team for Penn State. And so for those simple reasons, I think that there's a really good chance here that Ohio State's going to want to put it on them. Now, the question is, do they've been content to really just – it's definitely not playing with their food because they're just boa constricting every team they play. But they don't really force or ask saying to do too much. They add a little bit here and there every week, and they're kind of building them up towards the stretch run that they've got, obviously looking for a long run in the playoffs. They haven't really been threatened at all. They haven't run the ball well, which is good because Penn State doesn't defend the ball well either. So I'm worried about Penn State's rushing defense, and they've tried to rework it some the last couple of weeks. It hasn't necessarily worked, and I think Ohio State's they've got the horses back there, and they should be able to. If Penn State hasn't been able to stop UCLA and Northwestern and Iowa to an extent, right? Most of the damage was done by their quarterback, especially on a 67-yard run. Then I don't have too much faith in them going up against a team like Ohio State, even if they're not really that good on the ground. I do anticipate this team coming off a bye, looking to play inspired. Maybe Ohio State takes them a little lightly, given what's going on with them. Maybe Penn State will get a cheapie out there, right? I think it'll be, I don't think necessarily close, but I could see like a 14-3 game in halftime, something like that. And eventually I do think the dam will break, maybe a couple of late scores at the end. I'll go with like a 35-10 victory here for Ohio State with them covering.
I got on the board finally last time out with Penn State. Therefore, I'm no longer pot committed. But I will be taking Ohio State in this game.
Cowardly move. You're just trying to appease your wife.
Well, as the resident pulse of state over here,
Yeah.
The pulse.
let me tell you how this game's going to go.
All right.
Inspired effort from
From
Penn
who?
State. There's too much there to not be inspired. I've seen this game my whole life. Granted, this is probably one of the larger spreads of my whole life. And circumstances are definitely different. There's the Franklin factor, the Knowles factor. I like Penn State to keep this close.
Whoa.
How close?
I think the final is 14.
All right.
Okay. This is Penn State's biggest spread since when? Do you guys know?
I'm guessing
Oh, geez.
2014 against Ohio State.
No, I think that one was because Ohio State had lost to Virginia Tech at that point and were like 15th, 14th, something like that in the country. I think they were probably around 2 touchdowns at that point.
Am I crazy to
2015
say?
against Ohio State.
Was
Am
that-
I crazy to say back in the 90s?
No, it was a game that I was at actually while I was in my hometown of Wisconsin. They were
Oh,
24
yeah, they won.
Yes.
Last game of the season,
They were
2013.
24-point underdogs and kept those Badgers from getting a BCS bid.
That's
Shout
yeah,
out.
like the mid 2015s are foggy.
2010, yeah. That was yes. We had boots on the ground. That was before the podcast even. So definitely very foggy. Very
Way
foggy.
back.
Way back. It predates the podcast, that's for sure.
Game was in black and white.
Exactly.
I know it's, I guess one more addition. I know
That was also Bill O'Brien's last game.
I don't think it makes sense here, but I feel that Penn State's rushing attack has success. Maybe within reason of expectation, but I think it's better than expected.
Expectations are not that high.
Okay, then yeah. Look at you two. Laying 20.5.
Big number.
I think
What is
it'll be damn
where does
breaking.
Grant have this at from July?
From July, I don't know where he has it from. He's taken the 20.5 though. He said that today.
No, that we need to
We were only talking Oregon, 10 points.
he's He's more bullish than you are.
For sure.
But 35-10, I don't see that.
Stranger things have happened. Penn State's
Yeah.
lost to 20-point favorites twice this year.
I've heard that.
We'll see. I'm excited for it. I'm going over to Rhodey's house for this game. I don't know why he's having people over, but
The Roadmeister.
I will be there.
It's been a
Confirmed
while
with
since we've
the
heard from the road man.
ND kick off at 3:30. I said, yeah, I'll be over. Scoot on over for the noon slate.
There we go.
I can just hear him clapping now. He's annoying, but whatever. Dan, traveling out to the tree this week.
Yeah, this is gonna be 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks in a row. I'm gonna phone a friend here. AY, what can you tell me about Ben Gulbranson?
Oh,
For those that
you
forget,
know about him.
for those that forget, he went
You know
head to
about
head,
him.
foolishly head to head with Angeli.
Yeah, I mean, he can play.
I almost fell out of my chair. Which is going to be hilarious. They're going to play this in the Stanford locker room. Then I'm going to.
I haven't even thought of that this week.
He can play.
He can play. Stanford's they've jumped up and beaten some people this year.
Yeah, they've got
They
got
hung
Andrew
around
Luck,
last week.
they've got
Hung
Frank
around last
Reich, and they've got Ben Gulbranson.
Well, is Reich angling for the full-time job? Should Penn State hire Frank Reich?
What if they beat?
People
What
are
if they beat
asking.
Pitt and then they?
People are asking.
He'll be on my list if they pull this out against Pitt.
Is
Yeah,
Gulbranson
fairly
playing this
lackluster
week?
effort. Who's that?
Is Gulbranson playing?
Oh, I don't even know.
I don't know if
He
he's
got
been
knocked out of the game last week.
Second.
No, he was injured going into Miami last week.
Oh, okay.
Looks like he came out of that game okay. All right.
That is active.
Okay, yeah. So I knew they were down to somebody I'd never heard of, but
I mean, he went 9 for 21 for 50 yards against Miami.
yeah, I don't know if he got pulled or hurt, or just played the whole game. But anyways, sorry. Continue.
No, yeah, I mean, not much to add. They did have the they took advantage of Pitt softening up the Noles. 3-5 on the year now. They still have to play. Well, if they win this, who does? Driving for 6 with trip to Belichick and home for the woke agenda before closing out.
This
Home against the
picture of
Irish.
Gulbranson, he is literally a coach.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
looks
see what he's got. 15.5 is that's a big number. On the road. Can leave.
Oh yeah, we lost him.
You get so excited to look at the picture of Gulbranson.
I guess.
I'll try. We can get his pick here. Maybe his internet went out. I don't know. Oh, here he is. Okay, he's back.
I had too
What
many.
happened?
I had too many windows open. I closed one. I closed the wrong one.
Yeah, feels like I'm going back to the Pitt by 6 well for this one. I think it's too many points. Buy low, sell high, whatever you want. So I'm going ahead with
No, I mean, well, I guess the cross country is not helpful, but
yeah.
I think they continue to ride the Heinz. I'll go 21.1 here. Pitt
Wow.
is hot. Pitt is hot.
Something.
Hey, where'd you go here?
I didn't go because
You've got the pulse of this one too.
Yeah, it's
I wrote AY here. I wrote AY here instead of PSU.
look, Pitt. I say it. I'll say it again. They are a freaking wagon. They are. They just
It's
drug the team.
amazing that they're very nearly in the same exact position heading into November as they were last year, but for the two terrible blown leads. But they're basically playing the same way. It's like, I don't know what's going on here.
They're such a wagon. I'm taking the tree this week. Pitt by 14.
Okay.
Pitt by 14.
All right.
This is foreshadowing, but I'm stepping in front of a buzzsaw here with Pitt. But
I can't. Everybody's been talking about it. Miami, Notre Dame here.
Pitt's getting at least one of those final three, for probably two.
But they need a little more chargage, I think, for it, and that means a close.
But are they technically
close
charging right now?
against Stanford? That's how you charge up the Death
That's
Star.
right. Yeah, they technically charge right now through killing teams.
They need to charge it up by almost losing to Stanford.
Yep, that would be adequate.
I would
agree with that.
That is the playbook. Yes.
If you want them to get both, you have to lose to Stanford. You have to lose to Stanford if you want to pick up both.
That's right. Yeah.
Close loss will get you one of them. If you truly want both. You want both.
They'll lose to Stanford, beat Notre Dame, beat Georgia Tech, and then lose by 30 to Miami or something.
If you want both scalps, you have to lose to Stanford here.
Yeah.
All right, let's go
Speaking
to
of scalps, is there any voodoo here in this rivalry?
Oh my gosh.
Well, they're maybe behind the scenes. One of Notre Dame's oldest insider that I follow and really like.
Samson.
No, Tim Priester. He said this isn't a rivalry anymore. Boston College is basically dead.
Oh.
So he's definitely
wake up on.
He's definitely messing with the spirits here.
BC was feisty last weekend.
BC's not good. They're not. Notre Dame off a bye into their third season. It was the first two games, the middle five, not the last five. Shrouth is out, so the O-line's down. Jagasaw, Shrouth, and Craig.
Schlereth.
So will they need a game or two to get the speed? Odding was great last week. I mean, Jagasaw's been out. He sounds like he's going to be out all year. Shrouth will be back in a month. Will the run game stay going? Will Carr will bounce back? The D, I don't think it's as good as what they've been. I just want to hand it off every play, but I like Notre Dame to win this game. 3:30 game off a bye. Shouldn't be a too sleepy spot. 38 for 40. Burnett's banged up. They don't want to kick field goals. They always go for it. 42, 45-17.
49-7, I'm going.
So I'm taking BC to cover.
Wow.
Or maybe in the spirit of Gilbranson, 49-8.
No, I love
he.
All right. I'm also going Notre Dame big. Bigly. Bigly.
This is what they've done the last year and a half. They've just drubbed these teams.
Yep.
Wait,
AY, did you hold on?
Power four.
What was your score again?
45-17.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So 28.
Yep.
Dan, locks of the week on the board.
Yep. Going with the captain, the Quail Man, Captain Underpants, whatever you want to call it.
We own his Trojan horse in here with undies on the outside.
That's right. So, yeah, give me the Trojans minus 6.5.
I am going against my hometown team here. Not Wisconsin. Going with Burt. The Illini minus 12.5. Shiano basically got a Gatorade bath last week. They think they won the championship. Turn around after their trip to West Lafayette, and they got to go back that ways. Too much time on the road. Too much. Illini also trying to exercise some demons. I will have them putting it on the Gophers next week. That's 12.5 also.
Okay. I mentioned with the tree stepping in front of a wagon and pit there. I'm going to step in front of what appears to be an absolute Death Star right now.
Uh-oh.
But I'm going to dig in my feet and stand arm in arm with all the folks down the Snake Pit this weekend. Give me the Dirty Terps.
The bow.
21.5 at home against the Signetti Star.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. That was ridiculous. Mendoza still has. He's a product of his defense, but
This IU team is just zero remorse for anyone. The Terps have played well at home, just blown leads.
Hopefully they'll blow another lead here, and it won't be.
I think
Hopefully it won't be a double
I think they
blowout.
make this thing. I listened to Scott Van Pelt's pod, and I checked it out live the other night. They go live on Saturday nights, and he was celebrating Halloween because it was next time would be after Halloween. Him and Stanford Steve always talk about their local hardware store, Stroh-Snyder's. He had a freaking vest and hat from Stroh-Snyder's. They just kept breaking off into jokes about aisle 6. You got your paint cans down there. It's the dumbest thing. I thought it was so funny.
You guys are
Just
nuts
repping
with this.
the local Bethesda hardware. So yeah, give me the folks down at Stroh-Snyder's. We're cheering for the Terps. Bentley's will be open late for the cover. There you have it, Week 10 preview in the books.
In the books.
There was one other game I wanted to mention, but I didn't. Do we have a late game? We have a 10:30 San Jose State kick hosting Hawaii.
No, there's a good game and I didn't think it's that Arizona State. Is it Arizona State? There's a right game at night, I think.
We would have picked Oklahoma, Tennessee, USC, Nebraska, Kentucky, Auburn, Wake, and Florida State. Oh, the 10:15.
Cincy, Utah's at
It's
night.
10:15. Holy smokes. That's so late.
yeah, I won't be seeing the end of that one.
AY saw the end of the last Utah game though.
Well, speaking of rat lines, yeah, the Josie State giving 2.5 to the 6-2 Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, we
Good
got
Saturday alternative.
Army Air Force 2. Alternatives will kick out there in the week because it's still early. Miami SMU, didn't mention that. And we'll see if Belichick can go on the road on Friday night. Some good stuff.
All right.
Okay. I think that we got everything.
All right.
For me, hey, wife, we'll check out the rest of the Commonwealth, Pennsylvania. To my west, D-Work.
Good night, all. Big Holy Try puck matchup tomorrow night. It's part of the Frozen Frenzy.
Where are you going?
Will not be going to Philly.
Okay. No
Okay.
We'll be watching some with coworker Jason, who is a Flyers fan. So if I come in a little bit busted up, you know,
Just like Ray, the big Flyers fan in the men's league referee in Task.
shout out to Task, yes.
Love to Task.
Cam, have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, all. Be safe out there for those partaking in Halloween festivities. Don't take candy from strangers. Don't take drinks from strangers.
Words to live by.
Thanks for listening. Have a good week and weekend, and we'll see you.